Let's get right into it.
Number 6. Russian roulette. Okay, let's just say it. This is the stupidest game ever invented. Russian roulette is less of a game and more of a really quick way to find out if your obituary gets printed on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. The premise? 1 bullet, 6 chambers, spin the cylinder, pull the trigger. The winner is the one who doesn't blow a hole through their skull. What a prize. Here's the psychology behind it. Human brains are notoriously bad at processing probability. We know 1 in 6 is bad odds, but the adrenaline overrides logic. It's like ordering sushi from a gas station at midnight. You know it's probably going to end badly, but part of you thinks, maybe I'll be fine. Spoiler, you won't. This so-called game gained popularity in literature and wartime stories, often framed as the ultimate test of courage. But really, it's just peer pressure dressed up in existential drama. Neuroscience shows that when you face a life-or-death gamble, your amygdala, fear center, and your nucleus accumbens, pleasure center, basically short-circuit into chaos. Translation? Your brain thinks playing Russian roulette is both the worst and best idea at the same time. The punchline? You don't even get bragging rights if you win. What do you say? Hey guys, I pulled the trigger and nothing happened. Cool. You're still an idiot with hearing loss and PTSD. Congrats.
Number 5. Chubby Bunny. Ah, yes, the seemingly innocent sleepover classic where the only equipment you need is a bag of marshmallows and zero regard for your airway. The rules: shove as many marshmallows in your mouth as possible while still being able to say the phrase, Chubby Bunny. Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. You're basically playing hide-and-seek with the Grim Reaper inside your throat. Marshmallows are the ultimate choking hazard. They're soft, sticky, and expand when you chew them, which makes them a nightmare for your windpipe. Medical professionals have actually flagged this as one of the most dangerous party games because once a marshmallow gets lodged, the Heimlich maneuver doesn't work that well. It just smushes the marshmallow deeper, like packing insulation into a wall. But here's the psychological part. People play this game because embarrassment feels worse than danger in a group setting. Nobody wants to be the first one to tap out, so you keep going, cheeks bulging, eyes watering, lungs screaming for mercy, all because you don't want Becky to think you're lame. Social psychology calls this conformity pressure. I call it Darwin Award auditions. The irony, the game isn't even fun to watch. It's just a bunch of teenagers drooling on themselves while slowly suffocating. Congratulations, you've invented a comedy sketch that doubles as a medical emergency.
Number 4. The Cinnamon Challenge. Remember the golden age of YouTube when every challenge seemed designed to test how fast humans could choke? Enter the Cinnamon Challenge. The premise: swallow a spoonful of ground cinnamon without water. The result: your mouth instantly turns into the Sahara Desert during a dust storm. Cinnamon is made of cellulose fibers, which are ridiculously absorbent. So the second it touches saliva, it clumps into sticky glue. Your body panics, tries to cough it out, and suddenly you're spewing cinnamon clouds like a busted fire extinguisher. It looks hilarious, like you're auditioning for a dragon role in a low-budget fantasy film. But here's the not-so-funny part. Those clouds can coat your lungs, leading to inflammation, pneumonia, or permanent lung damage. Doctors have documented teenagers ending up in the hospital over this fun little dare. The psychology is classic internet. Risk plus humiliation equals viral content. People film themselves gagging, wheezing, and turning red, all for clout. And it works, because viewers experience what's called vicarious arousal. Your brain lights up like you're the one doing it, minus the lung collapse. It's the same reason fail compilations are more addictive than actual sitcoms. In the end, the Cinnamon Challenge is less about flavor and more about flirting with asphyxiation. Basically, you're snorting the spice aisle for likes.
Number 3.
The pass-out game. Now, if you thought marshmallows and cinnamon were bad, wait until you hear about a game where the entire goal is to literally cut off your brain's oxygen. Yes, this one goes by several names: the fainting game, the blackout challenge, or if you want the medical term, attempted brain damage. The rules are simple and horrifying. Kids deliberately choke themselves or each other until they pass out because apparently recess wasn't exciting enough. The logic is that when you cut off blood flow to the brain, you get a weird, floaty, euphoric rush, like getting high, but with a side order of unconsciousness and the possibility of never waking up. Here's the science. Your brain cells start dying after about 4 minutes without oxygen. But in this game, even a few seconds of oxygen deprivation can cause seizures, memory loss, and long-term cognitive issues. That funny, tingly feeling? Yeah, that's your neurons screaming for help. So why did kids play it? Peer pressure, curiosity, and of course, clout. In the age of TikTok, this one came roaring back as the blackout challenge, which doctors and parents immediately labeled as lethal. Yet somehow kids still tried it because, well, teenagers are biologically hardwired to underestimate danger. Blame the prefrontal cortex. The punchline is, if the prize is temporary unconsciousness, congratulations, you've basically recreated anesthesia without the medical license. Except instead of surgery, you wake up to a concussion and worried classmates poking your limp body with a pencil.
Number 2. Fire roulette. Now, take Russian roulette, add flames, and you get fire roulette, the unofficial game of how badly do you want third-degree burns. The setup is simple. Line up several shot glasses, fill some with water, and one with flammable alcohol. Light them all on fire, blow them out, and take turns drinking. Whoever gets the flaming booze, well, hope you like a scorched esophagus. There are variations, too. Spinning bottles of lighter fluid, tossing lit matches, or literally just seeing how close you can hold a flame to your skin before you scream. Because apparently, nothing bonds a group of drunk 20-somethings like shared trauma and blister ointment. Here's the science part. Alcohol is flammable because its molecules evaporate easily, creating a vapor that ignites at relatively low temperatures. That means the flame shot you thought looked cool on Instagram can actually stick to your lips, burn your airway, and, if you're really unlucky, set your shirt on fire. Basically, you're one bad sip away from cosplaying as a human tiki torch. Psychologically, games like this tap into what's called sensation-seeking. Some people crave intense, risky experiences because the dopamine payoff is higher. It's the same reason people skydive, cliff jump, or text their ex after midnight. But in this case, the thrill comes with medical bills. In short, Fire Roulette isn't edgy, it's just Darwin Awards, the drinking game edition.
Number 1.
Street Racing Chicken. Forget marshmallows, forget cinnamon. This one takes the gold medal for games that make ER doctors roll their eyes into another dimension. The game of chicken. 2 cars, 1 road, and 1 very dumb question. Who will swerve first? The setup is simple. You and your buddy drive directly toward each other at horrifying speeds. Whoever flinches and turns away, loses. Whoever doesn't, wins or dies. Either way, somebody gets bragging rights, which is great if you enjoy bragging in physical therapy. Psychologists call this a game of brinkmanship. It's not just about risk, it's about pride. The whole point is to prove you're braver, tougher, and dumber than the other person. That's why chicken became a cultural trope in the 1950s, immortalized in movies like Rebel Without a Cause. Except, fun fact, James Dean, the actual actor from that movie, later died in a real-life car crash. Irony is undefeated. Biologically, here's what's happening. Your body's stress response is going berserk. Adrenaline spikes, your vision narrows, your muscles tense. You're basically preparing to fight a lion, except the lion is a 2-ton machine moving at 80 miles per hour. And your brilliant plan is to not move out of its way. The psychology behind it is peer pressure mixed with testosterone, mixed with a dash of, I bet my crush is watching. Young men especially are wired to take higher risks in competitive scenarios. Studies literally show testosterone floods the brain during standoffs, clouding judgment. Translation, the hormone cocktail makes you feel immortal right up until the windshield reminds you otherwise. The punchline?
If your idea of fun involves transforming into a human crash test dummy, maybe skip the cars and stick to Mario Kart. At least then, the only thing you'll crash into is a banana peel. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.